Hello everyone, I am Nagashri. Welcome to my civil engineering YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it and hit the bell icon to get notified when I post my new videos. Today I'll be discussing some important contents such as equilibrium, resultant and equilibriant conditions of equilibrium. So coming on to the first concept of this lecture series, that is equilibrium. So what is the equilibrium? So equilibrium is nothing but a structure is said to be in equilibrium whenever it is in its balanced state. So what does this balanced state mean? So balanced state is nothing but, for example, around 10 kilonewton of load acts on a structure. In order to maintain a structure in its stable state or equilibrium state without any failure, stable state is nothing but it is a balanced state without any failure, then same amount of, that is same 10 kilonewton of force should be developed by a structure internally in order to resist the amount of exposed load. So that it will be cancelled each other. So the structure remains in a equilibrium condition. So it is nothing but equilibrium of a structure is nothing but it is the algebraic sum of all the forces and the moment is balanced. It is the algebraic sum of all the forces and moments are balanced. And it can also be explained as the magnitude of force acting on a structure is resisted by another set of force or set of forces of equal in magnitude and opposite in direction to the load acted. Okay, so how will be this exposed load can be resisted? As you know that in this universe, each and every structure is made of atoms. So this atom and atom will be connected by a bond, right? So the internal resisting force will be due to the bond strength itself. So this internal resisting force which is created by a bond will be resisting the exposed load. So whenever 10 kilonewton of load acts on a structure, so the bond strength should be able to resist same amount of 10 kilonewton of force. So if at all, if more than 10 kilonewton is acting, then it can only resist 6 kilonewton. If more than the structure is exposed to that, then what will happen? It will be in a unbalanced or unstable state wherein the equilibrium condition is lost and so that the structure fails. Okay, so always equilibrium is nothing but the algebraic sum of all the forces and the moment which can be resisted by the internal forces acting on the structure which is of equal in magnitude and opposite in direction to that of the exposed load. Or it can also be generalized as the null effect of the net resultant on the structure will be there. So null effect means the net resultant of the force will be 0. Okay, so as as I said that the magnitude the magnitude is same but opposite in direction. So 10 kilonewton is acting in downward direction. The internal resisting force of 10 kilonewton will be in upward direction to the exposed load. So 10 and 10 cancels each other due to its opposite in direction, so that the resultant net effect will be equal to 0. Okay, so coming on to the next important concept, that is resultant and equilibriant. So what is this result and equilibriant? I just consider a structure. This is a figure 1 wherein I just consider a body wherein the forces such as F1, F2, F3 and F4 is acting on a structure which is of magnitude F1, F2, F3 and F4. And then so if this forces are brought into a single force, if these forces are brought into the single force, means if it is resolved, if it is resolved, then R is nothing but the resultant of all these individual forces F1 to F4. Let R is the resultant of forces of individual forces F1 to F4, which is acting at an angle theta. Then when R is acting, that is nothing but the single force which is having the same effect as that of the individual forces, then in order to maintain the structure in the equilibrium state, same amount of magnitude of the force but in the opposite to the direction of the resultant will be acted on the body, and that force is termed as E. So that force is termed as E, that is nothing but equilibriant. I repeat it. I just consider the figure 1, wherein F1 to F4 are the 4 forces which is acting, and the combination of all the forces, the net effect of all the forces will be R, that is the resultant of all the forces which is acting at an angle theta. So resultant is nothing but it is a single force which produces the same effect or same net effect which is produced by the combined effect of the individual forces. And in order to maintain the structure in an equilibrium state, the same amount of magnitude of the force which is same as that of resultant, same magnitude as that of resultant but opposite to the direction of the resultant will be acted on the body. So that force is called as equilibriant. So if the force, if the resultant is equal to some 15 kilonewton at acting at an angle 35 degree at one quadrant, at first quadrant if it is acting, so same amount of 15 kilonewton will be acting, so at 30 degrees in the third quadrant. So this summation will be having an null effect, so that the body remains in a equilibrium condition. So coming on to the next concept, so that is conditions of equilibrium. So generally there are 3 conditions of equilibrium. So first condition is that the algebraic sum of all the forces in the horizontal direction is equal to 0, or it can also be stated as the algebraic sum of all the forces in x direction acting on a structure is equal to 0. So it is taken as sigma fx is equal to 0, or it is also can be taken as sigma h is equal to 0, where h remains as the horizontal force. Next, the algebraic sum of all the forces in the vertical direction is equal to 0. So, or it can also be stated as algebraic sum of all the forces acting on y direction or y axis is on the structure is equal to 0. That is sigma fy is equal to 0, or sigma v is equal to 0, where v represents the vertical forces or forces in the vertical direction. So the next or the last condition of equilibrium is that algebraic sum of all the moments acting on a structure is equal to 0. Here that is nothing but it is taken as sigma m is equal to 0. So here when we come to the sign convention, so how it will be 0? So as I said that same amount of magnitude of the force will be resisting but in the opposite direction. So algebraic sum of all the horizontal forces is equal to 0. That is the first condition of equilibrium. So I just say the sign convention for it. So it is nothing but the right side forces is taken as positive for your convenient, and left side going forces is taken as negative. So coming on to the next condition of equilibrium, upward forces are taken as positive, upside vertical forces are taken as positive, and the forces going in downward side is taken as negative. This is with reference to the second condition of equilibrium. And coming on to the third equilibrium condition, that is a moment equilibrium. So when all the clockwise moments are taken as positive and anti-clockwise moments are taken as negative. I just repeat the sign convention. So the with reference to the first equilibrium condition, it is the right side forces are taken as positive and left side forces are taken as negative. Means the forces which are going in right direction is taken as positive, right hand side direction are taken as positive, and left hand side direction are taken as negative. So coming on to the second equilibrium condition, that is vertical forces is equal to 0. So here the forces which are going in upward direction is taken as positive and the forces which are going in downward direction are taken as negative. So the last condition of equilibrium, that is the moment equilibrium. So here the all the clockwise movements are taken as positive and anti-clockwise movements are taken as negative. So with this sign convention, we can solve n number of problems with the equilibrium condition. Okay, so I hope you all understood it. Thank you for visiting this website.